got worse. So please help everyone understand how much fluid was actually coming out of your nose.
Well, it started out dripping, and then it went to pouring out of my nose. So I went from tissues to paper towels, and I had to put them up my nose because there was just so much fluid coming out.
Oh my goodness. Now, when you went out, what would you do? Just keep blowing your nose?
No, I always had tissue in my hand, and I could kind of feel when it was going to come out. It would kind of build up, and then I could feel it, so I would just quickly put a paper towel there or, try to catch it without anyone knowing. I did it pretty well.
Did it have a taste or a smell? What did it feel like?
It looked like water. It was tasteless and odorless. There was no color to it at all. It just looked like water.
And you see other symptoms then started to turn your life upside down. So how did your health nightmare get even worse?
Well, the whole time I had a sinus infection. So I started going to doctors, urgent cares, ERs, to try to figure out what was going on. And they all just said it was allergies. So I had to sleep sitting up because if I laid flat, the fluid would go down my throat and I would wake up choking on it. So it felt like I had pneumonia. My chest was real heavy, and I had this horrible feeling that I was dying.
Oh my goodness, that's never a good feeling to have. So you actually were able to find an answer, and there are a lot of people who probably have a story similar to yours, but have no idea. Let's meet her neurosurgeon, Dr. Michael Lamole, who's actually the surgeon who saved Congresswoman Gabby Gifford's life when she was shot in the head in that horrible case in Arizona. He also happens to be my brother-in-law. How'd you diagnose Andrea with her leak of brain fluid?
Well, remember, after we collected some of the fluid from her nose, we were able to diagnose a spontaneous cerebrospinal fluid fistula, or CSF leak. And a CSF leak is when some of the watery fluid around the brain is able to go through a defect or a hole to escape to the outside world, usually through the nose or the ear.
So here's the thing. These holes can be caused by injuries, they can be caused by car accidents, they can be caused by surgery. And your sister, my wife, Lisa, when we were first married, banged her head against the stairs, actually, interestingly, the underpart of her stairs when she was getting something from a closet. And then she had this weird metallic taste in her mouth for a long time. That's typical?
Typical for CSF leaks.
Yeah, and when she went upside down, it would get much worse.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell us? now he's helping. You couldn't help your own sister.
A bit more education since then.
All right. I want to thank Mike, actually, because when Lisa gets really mad at me, he protects me. Otherwise, it'd be curtains for me. So to put this in perspective, this is as much fluid as our brain makes in a day, roughly. About half a liter, roughly. Mm-hmm. So how much would typically come out of your nose if you were actually leaking?
In severe cases like Andrea's, it literally fill the palm of your hand. However, it doesn't have to be that way. That's what's so frustrating. Some of these cases are so subtle that you might not see it right away, and it could take years to diagnose. But in Andrea's case, in Lisa's case, you really need to meet 3 conditions for this to happen, to have a leak through your nose. You have to have a tear in the lining of the brain, called the dura, the thick leathery sac that surrounds the brain. You have to have a hole in the base of the skull, and you have to have a breach in the lining of the nose. And when all those come together, you have a leak. And like you said, that can happen from tumors, from trauma, or it can happen for no apparent reason, like in Andrea's, an idiopathic case.
And it'll look like this. So again, it'll come right out of your nose, and when you cough or sit-ups, it'll come out like that.
Right out like that. We'll actually ask the patients to lean forward like they're sniffing, and you'll see it literally come out dripping like that in severe cases. Yeah. And if they don't heal on their own, like Lisa,
if you see this, by the way, please call somebody.
Yes.
Yes. This is not a runny nose from a little.
That's not normal. And if they don't heal on their own, then we have to consider surgical options, like putting a video endoscope up your nose, looking for the hole, finding it, surgically repairing it with our ENT colleagues.
And is that how you repaired Andrea's?
That's exactly what we did.
So Andrea, what did it feel like when that fluid was finally fixed? It wasn't leaking anymore from your brain?
I had a chronic cough. I had really bad chest pain. I was exhausted, and really dizzy, kind of in a fog, and I had a lot of sinus pressure. So once it was fixed, it was like night and day.
Oh my goodness.
Night and day.
And Mike, if you hadn't gotten Andrea in time, what could have happened? Because you're not supposed to have a breach in the most precious part of the body, the area around your brain.
And the symptoms she had were dead on. The brain needs to be bathed in this fluid. Not only does it provide nutrients and take away waste, but it literally provides a liquid cushion to sit on. And when you drain too much of that, like Andrea did, the brain sags, the lining stretches, it gives these terrible headaches and symptoms. But the most feared complication is meningitis, and that's when the bacteria from the nose literally migrate up through that defect and inflame the lining of the brain or the brain itself. And if untreated, in worst case scenario, this can rapidly proceed to death.
Oh my goodness. Andrew, you feeling okay now?
I'm feeling a lot better. I take it day by day. I am on disability now because I do have chronic migraines and chronic facial and sinus pain, as well as anxiety following the surgery. So I have my good days, I have my bad days, but my family and my faith keep me going, and I'm just really thankful to Dr. Lamol for everything he did for me, and I'm still able to be here with my kids and my family, and I'm just very grateful that I'm sealed, no longer have a CSF leak.
Sealed and healed. I'm glad it worked out. Congratulations, Andrew. Mike, thanks very much for being with us.
That's right.
All right, we'll be right back.